You're listening to the Telltale channel. Don't forget to check me out on all social media: Patreon, Twitter, Teespring, and Etsy. All links can be found in the description or on my website, telltaleatheist.com. Hey, this is Owen. If you're comfortable, leave your first name and state at the sound of the tiny truck backing up.
Hey, my name is William. I'm from North Carolina, and what with the coronavirus happening and with people staying in their homes and schools closing down and whatnot, and seeing as how you're an ex-Jehovah's Witness, I kind of wanted to ask how Jehovah's Witnesses are actually responding to the whole coronavirus outbreak situation that's going on. And seeing as how they supposedly predicted the apocalypse several times over, I just wanted to know your take on it and what's actually going on with that. Thank you.
That's a good question. I did talk about that a little bit last week, and I think that this call was from earlier than that. I just didn't have time to get to it, so it makes sense that the caller would ask that question. Basically, how are Jehovah's Witnesses responding to the coronavirus situation? The answer to that is, interestingly enough, it started out they weren't really reacting poorly to it. It started out, they kind of viewed it as not that big of a deal. You know, people will calm down and realize it's not going to reach everywhere, things like that. That's actually kind of how they reacted to the Ebola situation in 2014 also. But as it became clearer and clearer, this was going to be a worldwide pandemic, then they started buckling down and saying this is the beginning of the Great Tribulation. 4 horsemen of the apocalypse are war, pestilence, famine, and death. Those are the 4 horses of the apocalypse, I believe. And they believe this to be the pestilence one, the disease one, pretty much. One of the really disturbing things about how Jehovah's Witnesses have reacted to this, and this isn't just from Jehovah's Witnesses, you see this from some other fundamentalist sects, sects sects, is the fact that there's like a silver lining behind every mushroom cloud. I think Sam Harris famously said that. They look at war and rejoice. They're happy about it. They can't wait to see the end come, and they view this as basically a harbinger of the end. So they're glad, they're happy to see all of this happening. In fact, you know, one of the governing body members actually straight up said, "You think this is bad? Start smiling, because it's going to get worse." It's like, wow, dude, that is dark. That's the kind of thing you're looking at with this situation. A lot of groups rejoicing in the ugliness. And we're going to get into a little bit of that in a while.